What is going on, man? Jeremiah Black Development Network. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment. Today we're actually the next couple videos is going to be talking about we're actually going to talk about different types of scams, but we're also gonna these next couple of videos are going to be just about what I feel that the Black community doesn't need. The reason why I created the Black Development Network is because as Black people, we're constantly developing, even though a lot of different areas are monetizing off of our content, off of our likeness, off of the things that we even hate about ourselves. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, other people like us and things like that. But here's, we're talking about Dr. Umar Johnson today. Haven't done a video on him, but recently he's talking about this shockumentary. And he's talking about the school within the last 4 days or something like that. He had something happen at the school as well. So everybody know it's been like 10, 11 years since he said he's building a school. I think 2 years ago he bought like that property or whatever. And then it came out that he has like tax problems. We're going to play that as well if you don't know anything about that. But he has tax problems with this school. So let's go ahead and get into it.
This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism coming to you with a very important and unfortunate message. This is your big brother King Kong Consciousness coming to you with a very unfortunate message.
Okay, not trying to be funny, but why does he have to repeat everything like 3 to 4 times?
Brothers and sisters, as you know, last year we hosted the first annual FDMG Academy Family Festival. It was spectacular. It was amazing. It was unforgettable. Food, games, music, vendors, performers, a fashion show, a wedding scene, games for the children, awards. It was just a beautiful event. Well, I want you to know that that festival almost did not take place last year. And the reason that festival almost did not take place last year is because of a young lady, a sister, who works in the special events office for the city of Wilmington, Delaware, sister by the name of Miss Tiffany Christopher. And I use her name respectfully. Mrs. Christopher left for vacation a few days before the FDMG festival was scheduled to take place. And in leaving for vacation a few days before the FDMG festival was scheduled to take place, we almost did not have our festival. She thought it was acceptable to go on vacation before submitting our permit. As a result of that, an attorney intervened on our behalf, and Ms. Christopher was forced to come back into work and issue the FDMG festival permit.
So a lot of people are asking, I'm gonna stop it right there, because a lot of people are asking the same question that I asked. Number one, this is a department. So this is a young lady who's probably over it. Well, she's not even over it. She's just he says she just works in there. Doesn't say that she's the manager, doesn't say that she has any special ranking or anything like that. Why didn't you call, or, you know what I mean, got in touch with somebody who may be a manager or whatever the case may be, so that it could get reviewed and put through. You didn't have to go through this young lady. And it could have been a number of reasons why he didn't get it approved or anything like that. But to sit here and say that like one lady caused you to not have your festival, it sounds like you weren't doing a great job communicating, but that's just me.
Last year's festival would not have taken place. The morning of the festival, when we began setting up on September the 11th of 2021, that very morning, the police came to me as I was opening up the Nat Turner John Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. And the police said, "We received a complaint that you are hosting a festival without a permit." The police approached me about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning on festival day, Saturday, September the 11th. And they said, "From our understanding, you do not have a permit to hold this festival." I opened my email and I showed them the event permit that Miss Tiffany Christopher had emailed me not more than 48 hours prior to the festival.
Now, before we get into that police thing, I'm gonna let you know right now, a lawyer can't make someone come back to work. If they put in and they submitted and did everything they were supposed to do, because it is a department, whoever is over that department, which he doesn't say that this lady is over the department, he just says somebody works there. That means anybody within that department could have signed off on the approval or anything like that. It just sounds like you wasn't communicating the way you should have been communicating in order to get this thing approved, and you just trying to find some way to blame it on this lady. Now, it's not to say that she didn't take her time doing it or anything like that, but it just sounds like you were in a rush to do this, and you didn't get it done the way that you should have got it done. If this is already scheduled out, you should have had this permit before that week.
So now we talk about why I am on the live today. Brothers and sisters, I am here to announce to you that there will likely be no festival on Saturday, September the 10th of 2022. Let me tell you what happened this year. On May the 3rd, I emailed Miss Tiffany Christopher of the Special Events Office of the City of Wilmington, Delaware. I told her that it was our intent to hold our second annual FDMG Festival on Saturday, September the 10th. I did this on May the 3rd. She told me I would need to submit another application. Approximately around May the 15th, I submitted an application. I did not hear from Mrs. Christopher, so I emailed her and asked her, did she get our application for a permit? She said she would get back in touch with me after Memorial Day.
Okay, so let me get this straight. A woman who's you've already thought that sabotaged you at first. You already kind of peeped that. You had to get a lawyer involved and all that good stuff, right? You already peeped that she might be trying to do this again. Let's go by Dr. Umar Johnson's talking points. I think she's going to do it again. Cool. So it wasn't behoove you to have maybe a secondary plan, or, I'm not mad at you for wanting to do it in front of the school, big dog. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you didn't have a plan B. You didn't have a plan C. You weren't contacting people who are above her, because she works in a department. That department has a head. You get what I'm saying? And if you had to get lawyers involved at first, which I don't think you got lawyers involved, because there's nothing to get lawyers involved for, and you didn't perceive this happening again, it sounds like you were ill prepared for this situation, nor did you create contingency plans to make sure that this festival still continues on as planned. It also seems like you also did the thing late. September is what, like a couple months, maybe what, January, June, July, August, September, 4 months away from May, and you're just now putting that request in. Okay, bro.
She sent me an email this past Wednesday and said another organization had already submitted a request to hold a block party. I want y'all to listen to me, brothers and sisters. I hope we have some lawyers listening to this. I hope we have some conscious lawyers, some conscious activists. I'm hoping some of my brothers and sisters here in the city of Wilmington are listening to this. I'm hoping some of you who have experience working in city bureaucracy are listening to this. Has already submitted a request to hold a block party in the same location at the same time. For those of you who have been to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, to those of you who were at the first festival last year, you know that the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy encompasses the entire block. We do not have any houses on our campus. We do not have any businesses on our campus. We are the only tenant. We are the only resident. We are the only property owner. We are the only occupant on the 600 block of East 17th Street in Wilmington, Delaware.
Now, if you've been to the Marcus Garvey Academy or whatever, you can put in the comments sections. Have you been there? Is he telling the truth? um, Let me also say this though. I still feel strongly about him being ill prepared to get into to actually hold the festival. I think he was treading his feet. Now, let me also say this: does that sound suspicious that somebody probably called in and then said, "Hey, I'm gonna get that place or whatever for that date"? Absolutely, it could have absolutely happened, and somebody could have been definitely petty enough to do some shit like that. I wouldn't call that sabotage. I just think that a lot of people are just sick and tired of Dr. Umar Johnson, and so they do things that are gonna piss him off a little bit. But that's just me. That's just how I see it personally. But lawyers can't do anything about this. No one can do anything about this. You submit you submit your request at their expense. They can tell you no.
Who would request to do an event in front of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy on the very same date that we have already been advertising since last year's festival?
This is going to be my last point on this issue because I kind of want to move on to the other point. You've been advertising this since last year. This is also my problem with like Dr. Umar, is that he loves blaming other people for his inability to think, to act quickly, to get it done, to get it over with, and then blames other people and says people are trying to sabotage him and things like that. And it also seems like sometimes he kind of niggerage shit. He doesn't want to really pay people. He doesn't really want to like pay businesses to actually help him build his school. He's like the hood guy. Like he likes to go, get maintenance done in the hood, and you know how it goes. That's just how it seems to me. He's kind of running this by himself too, and that's a problem as well. Like you clearly need help, brother. Like you need help bad to help run this school. If you're gonna bring this school up to any code or anything like that, you can't even get a festival off the ground because you have to wait 4 months until this date to approve. It doesn't matter if somebody did like it doesn't really matter if somebody was trying to do a festival or anything like that. The point is that you had an opportunity to do it earlier from that date. Hey, I need this done within this time frame, and they would have clearly approved it. I don't think you really went the extra mile to make sure that these people helped you out.